Feel like Letterman.
We are back, and then there was one. It is time for our final national championship to be decided for the Spec Racer Fords. Before we do, though, let's step back 1 year and find out who won in '96. Zacharias finds himself on pole. Stillwell there, Van Camp. We've met those drivers. Tilbur's going to be a factor, and way back there in that order is Sharp. Then there's Boudinot, another very quick driver. Denny Markline is always a factor here. Gregory, Horvath, and Humphreys round out the field, and there are some drivers that are very quick that are back in the pack. It's going to be fun to watch those drivers as they work their way up through the pack.
This is a great class. I tell you what, I can't say enough about it. I've run this class, like you said, for quite a lot. And a lot of these guys in here, I ran against all the way back in '84. Neil Tilbor is one of them, as a matter of fact.
Well, you know, and this really is one of the more successful SCCA stories to come along. They created this category. Over 700 have now been sold. You can buy one of these cars, race it in regional competition to get your novice license, get a few races in, move up to national, and if you still feel you're quick enough, you can run for a national championship at the runoffs, and then take that same car in the same trim and run it in the Pro Series that we're also going to see, as we mentioned, from Reno next weekend. And it is exceptionally cost-effective. That car is quick, and we know Sharp is. This should be interesting. Here's a good look from Van Camp facing backward, starting to pick up the speed. BJ Zacharias on the inside, Stillwell outside. And look at that group of four going. Somebody already off track.
That is Keith Sharp. That's Keith Sharp trying to make a big move early on.
They are four wide, even into turn
There's
one.
the bump side to side. That side. It doesn't hurt them to do that. They can bump like that all day. And these cars, like you said, Tommy, they're tanks.
And Van Camp, number 42, came from the third spot. He is your leader in front of Zacharias and Stillwell. On board with Van Camp. Remember, he qualified third. There's nothing in front of him. Clear sailing.
That's what you like to see right there. You don't want to see is all that stuff behind you, because it's not going to go away either. This is a great deal. This is what these guys need to do. The experienced guys need to get single file fast, work together, and try and pull away from the rest. This next pack of 20 cars, look at them. They're 3-4 wide right now in a place where it's really hard to get more than 2 through.
That's Van Camp, Zacharias, and Stillwell, that top three. Look at that. A good shot back at BJ. And leaves the door a little open. Stillwell thought about it for a little bit. BJ came across, shut the door, now into that final corner, completing lap number 1. And Van Camp is your leader. And look at that pack of it. Let's take a look at this start. Once again, watch for Sharp.
In the back,
watch
Sharp
for Van Camp.
In the grass, all four, not just two, all four in the grass. Not sure if he's actually making a pass. Now you have, here comes Van Camp up from the second row. BJ left him a lot of room there. Kind of gives him a little head fake, trying to psych him out. Doesn't work. Wow, contact there. BJ was, there just wasn't much room there. Those guys did a great job of getting through there. Camp did not get as good a run off. He was right under Zacharias' gearbox last time. He's going to have a little further to come. Zacharias gets in here pretty, I thought he would be able to hold it. He's far enough alongside to stay inside, up into madness. Van Camp's seen that movie. He doesn't leave enough room, just kind of conveniently drifts out to the side. Look at that. Now he's got to occupy himself.
Oh, bang.
Side to side. Now, you see how much that costs them. Now you've got probably a 4 or 5 car length lead for Van Camp.
Did that surprise either of you that BJ left that gap going into 7? He knew Van Camp was going to try and get him.
Yes and no. I mean, I think he thought he'd be able to stay up alongside Van Camp. Did the cagey thing, just kind of conveniently drifted out. Didn't leave enough room for BJ. He could have forced the issue, but it's a little early for that.
You know, you made the point about earlier that this track, the corners are all connected, and once BJ had his problems, he's in danger now of losing 4th. So Van Camp making it work, but there's Stillwell, there's BJ. He did hang on to 3rd. There's 15 Fleming, and look at Tilbur has moved up into the top 5. And remember, Tilbur qualified back there a bit, so a great opening series of laps for Tilbur as well. Watch, there they go. That's the lead battle. There's Tilbur now in 3rd, so Zacharias drops to 4th. Look at this scrap for 5th. Barney Moen leading this group around. Then it is 25, Terry Coe. Then a couple more cars right behind him, including number 13, Scott Webb, and number 18 as well. These guys are really, that's number 10, Tim Hall, who came up from 14th. This battle for 5th is pretty intense. It's broken into 2 little segments. And look at that, 25 going to take a run at him. Coe's interested.
Yeah, he's got enough speed right there. That should be a pretty easy pass, as it is going to happen as they come off into the madness area.
So he gets by. That's Barney Moen now demoted to 6th. And then again behind them, that's number 13 in that multicolored machine, Scott Webb, who qualified 7th. So that's exactly where he's running, so he stayed put. But But again, that battle, and this is one of those deals we were talking about. You got identical cars, you got drivers of all good but varying degrees. You tend to find somebody that package is equal in lap speed to yours.
I don't care. Spec Racer Ford, what your talent level is when you get into it. You're going to be racing with somebody for every position, including dead last. I mean, it doesn't make any difference. There's new guys in here. There's guys like Neil Kilbore who have, since 1984, driven this exact type of car. So no matter where you are, it's a great class to learn in. It's a great class to race in.
See BJ Zacharias pulling off out of the camera view, pulling off to the side.
Racing Ford. And whoa, big business out here. 55, Barney Moen, who was right there in fifth, and he's got big problems. Couple of cars going by, and that's 32 Denny Martin line takes evasive. Very busy.
Yeah, that's not in a good place. That's a blind area. You can't tell from this angle. But as those drivers climb that hill right there, he's in a completely blind area. So he's very lucky he didn't get the old T-bone right there.
Now he's going to plummet down the order, obviously. He's in that fight for fifth. And coming up on him is Jim Marin Angel, who's back in 14th. What happened, Dorsey?
Here we go, climbing the hill right now in madness. Oh, look, he's got somebody diving inside. He doesn't know he's there. Now they touch right there. Around 55 goes. Oh, got rear-ended there by the 65. And like I say, that now he's in a blind position on the racetrack.
That was 13 Scott Webb, who ducked to the inside of him.